Greetings from Tokyo, my dear friends. This is Daisuke, and I would like to have a surprise live stream once again here for anyone who's interested. So thank you very much. It's just started. I haven't announced this, so let's wait a little bit before we move on with this. All right. Here we go. Great. Just started, so just setting up here myself. Sorry about this. Here we go. So Blu-rays collection and more is here. Hello. Future Wizard 97 is here as well. Hello, it's nice to see you. Good. So this is, and let's see, K Shots from Texas. Mike Eli is here from Las Vegas. It's nice to see you. So hello. And Timothy is here. Paul H is here. It's great. Thank you so much. Would like to take this opportunity to just let you know live that there are a number of projects that are happening at the moment on this channel. Maybe too many for maybe I'm putting on more, taking on more than I can handle. But I will continue to pursue those projects as well as I can. So we're talking about Cronenberg films, talking about Brian De Palma films, talking about Angelopoulos films, the Criterion releases, the Superman live streams. What more can we talk about, of course? So right now it's October 1st, 2020. I was waiting for October 1st to happen because I would like to announce here live that I've mentioned maybe here and there, but let me make it quote unquote official, which is we will be talking about a very special work on this channel. It's my great honor to be able, at long last, to talk about this work. I've been a fan of this work for such a long time. I've mentioned it here and there, but I was never able to talk about it specifically until now. So we're going to talk about this show, Twin Peaks. At long last, I'm able to say, yes, we are going with this, my dear friends. Anyone who's interested, to let you know, yes, we are going to have Twin Peaks discussions on this channel. And so that's all this is, really, is just to let you know that, and in case you're interested. So there's going to be another video about this uploaded maybe a little bit later, but just for everyone to know now, this is not going to affect anything else in terms of my quote unquote regular uploads, video discussions on, say, Criterions or Brian De Palma films or Cronenberg films or something like that. That will be the same. That's going to remain the same. So, but this will be happening in parallel. This will be happening in parallel. So, what I mean by that is, in fact, over the course of, say, the past several weeks leading up to today, October 1st, I've already been making those videos on Twin Peaks discussions. And so now it's just a matter of uploading them and making them public. So that's my announcement to you. I've been waiting for weeks to let you know about this. I've been so excited about this, but now at last I'm able to, because it's October 1st. So that's the plan. That is the plan. So let me tell you this. The point here as well is that how are we going to tackle this? How are we going to tackle this discussion of Twin Peaks? The way we're going to tackle this discussion is like this. well, let me just take a step back too and say, I have always been wanting to talk about Twin Peaks for the longest time, since years back. I think I spoke about Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me in an kind of early video on this channel. I think it was maybe in the context of my favorite Criterion releases or something. So that was my, and I've been talking about Fire Walk with Me here and there, but I was never able to talk about Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me with any specific or specificity or detail, because in my head, I always knew that if I wanted to talk about Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me the way that I wanted to talk about it, I knew that I needed first to talk about Twin Peaks, the series, or the season 1 and season 2, and the pilot. I needed to talk about those first. If I couldn't talk about those episodes, then I wouldn't be able to talk about Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. So that was the whole thing, which was, okay, how am I going to talk about those first 2 seasons of Twin Peaks? Because there are quite a lot of episodes. And so for many years, in fact, I had always been thinking in the back of my mind, how am I going to tackle this? How would I, if I decided to talk about Twin Peaks on this channel, how would I do it in a way that would make it, for me, make it something that would be something that I'd like to do, right? Because right, I like the idea of talking about Twin Peaks, but I was always thinking, how am I going to do it? And I thought, if I was going to do Twin Peaks discussions, the only way that I would want to do it would be talking about it one episode at a time, one video for each episode. That's the only way that I would want to do it. Now, as some of you may know, there are a lot of episodes. There are a ton of episodes, and not even, we're speaking about the first season, second season, as well as what comes after that as well. So the task at hand, just in thinking about it, was quite humongous. So I was not at all equipped. I was not at all ready to even consider it, because it would just mean a lot of work and just a lot of effort uh, on my part to be able to do that. And I couldn't do that. And I didn't have the energy levels to be able to do that. So that was the state that I was in. I was in a state, I was stuck for years. I wanted to do it. I wanted to talk about Twin Peaks. I wanted to talk about Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me, and then wanted to talk about what's referred to as the return. I wanted to talk about these things, but it was just the only way I knew in my head that I could talk about it in a way that I wanted to talk about would be one episode at a time or one part at a time. But then it just was, how could I do it if I needed to do other matters, and just time and energy. Well, I'm very happy to say that uh, maybe over the course of, say, the past few months, it's been right. There have been, of course, ups and downs, as there always is in the course of life. But I must say that there have been quite a number of ups, and I think in the course of feeling these ups and these feeling very, almost, how should I put it, for lack of a better phrase, kind of being very happy and being kind of high on life, in a manner of speaking, I thought, how long is this going to last? Time, right? I only have so much time. I don't know how much time I have left on this earth. Who knows? I don't want ever to be in a position where, say, if I'm going to end this YouTube channel, or I have to stop, or do whatever, if there's something happens that says I have to end this, I don't want to be in that position and say to myself, oh gosh, I really regret not being able to talk about Twin Peaks. I was always meaning to do it, but I was never able to. I really regret that. I thought, I don't want to be in that position. So here's the deal. Here's the plan. We will talk about Twin Peaks one episode at a time, starting with the pilot and a particular version of the pilot. We'll be talking about it one episode at a time. I have made already the video discussions. I've made most of them anyway for the first 2 seasons, and then I will continue on making those discussions. But they're up and ready, and all I just need is to press the make public button, and then you're able to watch. So I will press those every day. So we'll get some Twin Peaks videos every day over the course of October. So that's the plan. And we're talking about the Twin Peaks series one episode at a time, one part at a time. So it's just going to be me sitting here with this huge box on my table and just talking about, oh, today let's talk about episode one. And then next video, let's talk about episode two or something. So that's the plan. That's the plan. And so starting today, those will be made viewable on this channel. So if you're interested, my dear friends, please won't you join me in this journey. So as I say, let me just repeat and reiterate here. Most of the stuff, or maybe a good half of it, has already been made, and it's already ready to go. So it's just a matter of being released. So my intent with that was that I don't want to affect. I don't want this to people to think that my other projects will be stalled. So I'm still going to do the Brian De Palma projects. I'm already ready to talk about Sisters and Phantom of the Paradise and Obsessions this weekend, hopefully. The Cronenberg discussions, I know I've been mentioning it forever, but yes, I'm just Scanners and Videodrome, and then the Dead Zone, and so those will be talked about as well. And the Angelopoulos works, I'm ready to talk about the Traveling Players and the Hunters, and then the Criterion releases. So I just I get the Criterion releases through my pre-orders on Amazon, so they're all coming. So that's all going to be the same. That's going to not change. But what we're going to have is just some extra videos, maybe every day. Twin Peaks. So again, if you're interested, if not, you don't have to click play. You maybe if you you can turn off the notification bell if you want. That's fine. But there will be a number of videos going forward talking about Twin Peaks, as well as the other stuff that's happening on this channel. So that's the plan. One video per Twin Peaks episode. And so if you're interested, they're going to be quite plot specific as well. So I think my average, I looked at all the videos so far that I have. It's, what is it, about 30 up that I've made so far. I think the average length of the video discussions for each of them is about, I want to say, what, like 30 minutes? So it's like 30 minutes or so, just me sitting here talking about each of the episodes and my favorite quotes and what this character here, so it's all there. So if you're interested, that's the plan going forward. A new project starting in the month of October, and indeed too, the reason why I chose this for October was because, as we know, the Criterion Collection is going to release its title this month, Lost Highway, which is a David Lynch feature film, and so my hope also is that as we are doing the Twin Peaks discussions, and as we will eventually talk in detail, at last, I will be able at last to talk about in detail why I love Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me. Once we get into that discussion, then it is my hope that that can lead into a discussion of the other Lynch works, that Lynch directed works. So then it has been my great dream to be able to talk about why I love Eraserhead and what I first felt when I saw Eraserhead back in the day. I remember the video store that I went to, they had Eraserhead on VHS. They even had they had a poster of Eraserhead up above the door as you walked into the store. And every time I'd go into the store, I'd see that poster, and it would freak me out as a kid. And it was amazing. It was amazing. And then just, right. What can I say? Right. It was like heaven. Right. And so, right, in heaven, everything is fine. And so it is, I have been itching. I have been waiting to try to talk with detail about how I feel about Eraserhead, for example. I've not been able to up to now. Same is true for a film like, say, Blue Velvet. I have not talked about Blue Velvet on this channel at all, and I've just been waiting for the opportunity. How can I talk about this? So I've been waiting for the opportunity to do this. So it is my hope that maybe in time with the recent or the upcoming release by Criterion of Lost Highway, which is another film I haven't been able to speak about, by the way. I can still remember watching Lost Highway in the theater, and I was Well, yeah, it was something else quite indeed. So, and the Straight Story, this is a film that means so much to me. But again, I haven't been able to speak. Inland Empire. What am I? Yes, of course, Inland. I mentioned maybe that I saw that many times in the theater. I think it was IFC in New York, and I still remember there were scream. It was like it was amazing. So, but this is all to say too that I want, if possible, to make October the month of David Lynch on the Daisuke Beppu YouTube channel. So, and then what better place to do that than, say, a discussion of Twin Peaks? You know, Mark Frost, David Lynch work. Of course, Mark Frost needs to be mentioned and celebrated. His contribution, and without Mark Frost, there wouldn't be the Twin Peaks that we know. And so that includes everything that we know up to the return and everything that's began with the pilot. And more or less everything in between, although it's a very fascinating story in terms of production for those who know. So this is the plan, but this is the plan. The Mark Frost, David Lynch work that is Twin Peaks, which is filled, to borrow a phrase, paraphrase, it's filled with secrets. And so let us try to talk about those secrets. Won't you join me, my dear friends, in an episode-specific video series? So starting later today, I will be uploading or beginning to make public those videos. So if you are interested, my dear friends, oh, won't you join me? All right, so that was the announcement. So I'll make another video about this a little bit later. But for those who are here, you're getting the scoop before a couple hours before. So thank you so much for stopping by. And speaking of people who are here, let me now go to the chat and see here. Paul H, I've said hello. Timothy, hello. And also one more thing too. This will not affect any other schedule. So the Superman live streams are going to go ahead as planned. And so that's not going to change. Nothing will change. That's what I want to emphasize. Nothing else will change fundamentally. It's not like I'm going to be doing nothing, but I'm doing Twin Peaks and nothing. No. This is going to be happening as a separate parallel track to everything else that's happening on this YouTube channel. So again, if you're not interested, you don't like Twin Peaks, you don't want to, then there hopefully everything will still remain with a sense of consistency that there will be something for you. That's what I want to emphasize very much so. So anyway, my dear friends, let's see the chat here. By the way, the next Superman live stream will be Superman 2. And then that will be, what is it? What did I say? October 9th, Sunday. And then following Sunday, October 16th, will be Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. So we're two streams on Superman 2, two versions of Superman 2. So, right. So if you're interested, right, please, won't you join me? Right, come with me, or come to me, son of Jor-El, kneel before Zod. Oh gosh, I will try to practice my Terrence Stamp impressions before then, or I'll try to practice my non-impressions before that. I don't know if my non-impression is very good, but I will give it my best shot during that. Right. Let me give my. Oh, please, Mr. General, please put my daddy down. Let's talk about that scene too. This is very, very exciting. This is what an intriguing accent. Right. So, so many details to talk about in terms of that version of Superman 2. So we'll talk about that as well going forward. But in any event, those live streams will be happening as well without any disruption to that planned schedule. But that's what I want to emphasize. So this is a separate but parallel track. And last thing, it might seem like a lot on my plate, and perhaps it is, and maybe I'm doing too much. But what the heck? You only live once. So, all right. Faith and Misery is here. Hello from Atlanta, Georgia. It's nice to see you. Let's see. Kei Nishimura is here from the British Isles. But it's nice to see you. Thank you for you say it's late or early, very early where you. Thank you so much, my dear friend. I hope you're well. William Somerset is here. Hello. Horrible Show, our dear friend Tanner. It's nice to see you. Subscribe to the Horrible Show, my dear friends. It's one of the great, so entertaining. Tanner's. I had the great pleasure of having an interview discussion with Tanner recently. What a lovely, lovely guy, a true gentleman. So funny, you know. And I should say to Tanner, a horrible show. He's like this in real life, my friends. He was so polite to me, reaching out to me with messages, and saying to me things like, just I don't want to, I just he's saying so many things, like so many kind comments to me, like I totally don't deserve that kind of, but he was so kind and saying things about, oh, you have a great YouTube community, Daisuke, and I was saying, oh, I thank. It's not me, it's the people that I'm able to meet. But horrible show. Tanner, he's such a nice guy, both on screen and also behind the camera. So that's my way of saying, if you haven't subscribed to Horrible Show, please do so. What a great, great guy. So, oh, Jared is here. It's nice to see you. Great, great. So yes, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much. William Somerset says, best TV show ever. Seth Walsh. I must say too, Seth Walsh, our dear friend, let me now personally thank Seth Walsh as well. A lot of people over the course of the YouTube channel have been very encouraging to me and saying, "Oh, when are you going to talk about Twin Peaks? When are you going to talk about Twin Peaks, etc." I must say that among those voices, Seth's voice was so lovely and so strong, and is so lovely and is so strong. And indeed, I want to thank Seth also in particular for providing, along with many others here, of course, providing a kind of encouragement. I'll level with you, my dear friends. I love doing YouTube. I love it. It's great. I've been able to meet you. I love it. I love it. But it does it does take a little bit of energy to sit down and do the videos. I'll admit that. And what I mean is, it's just I say to myself, I want to do it. I want to do it, but it's hard. It's really hard. I'm kind of my own boss, I suppose, when it comes to this, but it's not like I have to motivate myself. And so sometimes it's not so easy to find the motivation, and I think I want to do it. And for instance, I try to put to myself to a schedule, but it's not always easy. And that was one of the main things that was really preventing me from talking about Twin Peaks, was just the sheer the sheer size of it was so intimidating to me. And that was the reason why I couldn't do it, because it was too big. It was too big. But many people, such as Seth, were so encouraging. And so I want to say, Seth, thank you so much for what you've done. I'm very, very grateful. So and you know what I'm talking about. So thank you so much, my dear friend. Thank you. Um, I owe you. So maybe sometime down the road, at least before this YouTube channel is through, maybe I'll have to make room for the leftovers. So in any event, my dear friend, if anything, for to show you of my true of my deep appreciation for what you have done. So thank you very much, Seth. Pedro E is here. Hello, my dear friends. Nice to see you. Great. Blu-rays collection or Criterion's flash sale, everyone. Oh, is there a flash sale? I don't know. Is there a Criterion flash sale going on right now? Please let me know. I'm not familiar with this. I don't get the Criterion emails. So I signed up for the Criterion emails a long time. They never send them to me. So, but for whatever reason, I'm not. Maybe because I'm out of the country. But if that's the case, you know more than I do. That's great. I'll have to check. Is that true? Let me see. Is there a flash sale going on now? Let me see. Oh, I don't see. Is it something that's being announced? I'm not sure. I don't see it on the site at the moment. So, if you know anything about flash sale, let me know, because as I say, I hear people from people like there's also the great channel Christian's Hobby Blog. I also interviewed him a couple months ago. He's such a great guy, and one of the great things about him and others, I get you are so kind, my dear friends, because I get messages from people, say on Instagram Messenger or something, saying, "Oh, Daisuke, did you hear? There's an announcement that maybe Criterion's going to release this in a couple of months or something, or Janus Films is going." You give me all the scoops, you give me all this information, and before I haven't heard it anywhere else, and so I get my Criterion news from you. I get like now I get I would say yeah 95% of my Criterion news I get from these messages from people who very kindly send me this stuff. So if you have any Criterion related or even Blu-ray related news, anything you want to share with me, just you like you are I used to go a lot to like Facebook and Blu-ray.com, and so I still do occasionally, but I don't go as much as possible. I should try to remedy that. Just so I don't have enough time, unfortunately. I wish I had more time, but uh, but instead of that, I get all my stuff from you. So thank you so much. So if you have any news information, please let me know. You are teaching me all this stuff about the Criterion, like flash sales and Barnes and Noble sales. So I owe you. I owe you. So as I say, I'm so lucky to have been able to meet you. So I count myself so lucky every day. My goodness, I don't deserve this. I really don't. All of you are so amazing. So thank you so much. So um, let's see. All right. So just scrolling down here. All right. Clark is here. It's nice to see you. Great, great. Matthew Lockwood is here as well. You got a promotion. Congratulations. Let's congratulate our friend Matthew. So congratulations. Very well done. Well done. You deserve it. Yes. Nick C is here. Hello. Um, yes. Will you be talking about the secret history of Twin Peaks? Oh yes. So you're talking about the books and the literature of Twin Peaks. So just to give you the answer, so I won't be focusing on any of the books directly, although there may be room for some discussion or reference to some of the works. Now, the reason why is because um, I kind of want to focus on the show itself. Although there are some points that I think have been made or will be made that will have some, and I always try to be careful. I don't want to. I want to try to say it in a way that will make it relevant for people who know the books, but not necessarily spoil it for anyone who hasn't read the books or is not going to read the books. So you can enjoy Twin Peaks without going to the literature. Although the literature is also very fascinating in and of itself, as you know. So that's my idea about that. But thanks for the question. Very good question. Kim is here. It's nice to see you. Nice. Oh, Paul H. You say, hello, Paul H. It's nice to see you again. You say, my son and I literally just started watching Twin Peaks for the first time almost done season. Well done. Yes. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed. So it's perfect timing, my dear Fred. Isaac Martin. Oh, so that'll be good because the way I've designed the episode discussions is like I I I have done it so like there as season. Let's say let's say yeah, X amount of episodes in this season. So I do like for episode say like episode 1 discussion video, and then we discuss everything up to episode 1. We don't discuss anything beyond episode 1. I've seen the show many times, so I know what's going to happen, but I won't refer to it directly. I won't be like, "Oh yeah, we're talking about, this thing and oh, the right this is what we're going to find out later." And it's not like that. It's everything up to that episode, nothing beyond. And so when we talk about say episode 3, we talk about all the stuff leading up to episode 3, but we don't talk about anything beyond episode. So that's the structure of all the episode discussions here. So that's because I understand that it's very important to not know what's going to happen. So, but it's also a kind of tricky thing too, because there may or may not be instances where we watch a show early on in the early part of the season that may or may not have some kind of resonance or echo in a later episode, shall we say? So this is something that I've always tried to be conscious of, which is not to talk about anything beyond that particular. So that's been kind of one of the rules that I've tried to stick with myself. So I want to make that very clear for people who might be interested in watching. So I know for some people you're watching it for the first time. So this is again very important for me. So I don't want to, even when I always try to be careful. I don't want to, when I make quotes about Twin Peaks randomly, I always try to think about it in a way so it doesn't give away anything in terms of the context or the story or the plot, etc. So um, right. I guess the only thing I can say, I guess the only thing I would say is, don't watch, if you haven't seen Twin Peaks yet, do not watch Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me until you have seen season 1 and then season 2. Okay, it's very important. You watch season 1 and season 2. So watch those first. And what is more, my strong suggestion is watch all of season 1, all of season 2. I know there's a kind of general discussions about maybe one can it might be possible to skip some episodes. If you want to, that's you, of course it's your choice. You can watch it however you want to watch it. But if you wanted my recommendation, watch all the episodes. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoy, my dear friend. Um, let's see. Kim asks, will you also be talking about the movie and missing pieces? Yes. So at the moment, all I'm figuring out is how many videos I will be devoting for a discussion of Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Seth Walsh also mentioned to me that he'd like maybe the possibility of, could we have a live stream discussion of Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me? Um, I suppose anything is possible, right? Because we live in an age of internet and electricity. So if that's the case, then the sky's the limit. But I think my intention. I watched Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me again a couple nights ago for however the upteenth time, and as I was watching it, I was thinking, there's no way I can talk about this in one video. So I'm probably gonna have to sit down and talk about it in separate videos. So that's the plan, I think. As for the missing pieces, same thing. Do I talk about each missing piece in its own video, or do I talk about it as a whole? So I think I'm gonna go with the former rather than the latter, because there's a lot. There's a lot there. So yeah. Uh, I can't. Anyway, yeah, it's to be determined. DIY Craft Q, thank. Oh wow, DIY Craft Q with a super chat. Wow, and this. Ha! I love this. It's such a cool picture. This moving emoji. Oh, thank you so much. That's really cool. Thank you, DIY Craft. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. Thank you. This $5 super chat. I know YouTube gets a little cut of it, so maybe at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, YouTube gets a little share, and I'll get a little share of this. That being said, I am so grateful for this. Thank you so much. I don't deserve it, and there's no prerequisite. There's no need to do this at all, my dear friends. But for those who are willing to do so, all of this, all of the money that I receive through YouTube always goes towards buying Blu-rays and DVDs. Always know that. So it means that there's an extra Blu-ray or DVD that I can get because of these wonderful donations and super chats from people like you. So thank you so much for that. Thank you. Thank you. As I mentioned, I'm I was able to get a couple titles that I was meaning to get before. So thank you. But it was just preventing me because, as some of you may know, that the U.S. dollar, Japanese, the exchange rate is just it's killing me at the moment in terms of my overseas purchases. So uh, it's really things are becoming quite expensive, and and also with the with notions of maybe now might be a time to maybe not be so say go overboard with my purchases. So I have to always maintain a maybe a little bit of control over my own personal budget. So these really actually in that way they go such a long way. Really they help me a lot. But I don't again I know that I don't want to sound like oh, you have to give me money or something other. I don't want to sound in any way that way. So I'm always, of course, your time and however you want to engage with this channel, And if you want to support me in any way that you feel is comfortable to you, that's fine. I'm always welcome for that. If that means also a type of monetary donation, again, I'm not deserving of it, but please note that I'm always very, very grateful for it. So thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, DIY Craft Q, and that wonderful emoji. I love that laughing, ha ha ha. Well done. Tristan Mayer's here, as you say. You're getting a Twin Peaks tattoo tomorrow morning. Ooh, I wonder what the Twin Peaks, if it's not going to be is a kind of a plot spoiler or anything. Could you let me know what it is? I'd love to find out. Oh, great, that's really cool. Okay, so yes, we'll talk about the return as well. Definitely. Chronologic, my dear friend. Thank you. Jason R. La Riviere is here. You say, long time watcher, first time commenter. Love your videos, Daisuke. Jason, thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be able to meet you like this. Thank you so much for reaching. You know, I always encourage comments. I don't want to have any I don't want to make it a prerequisite to, sometimes I know commenting on YouTube is not always the easiest thing. So I totally get that as well. So I don't ever want to suggest at all that you have to do something that is outside your level of comfort. And so, but if ever you want to comment or reach out to me, I'm always happy to read it. And so, Jason, thank you so much for this. It's such a pleasure to be able to meet you like this. So thank you. And you say you've been watching for a long time. So that also warms my heart. Really, it does. Thank you. Let's see. Michael MR is here. It's nice to see you. Yes. Thank you so much for your words of encouragement. Yes. Thank you. Timothy, thank you. Yes. Diogo Lima is here. Oh, you've been talking about Jungkook films. Oh, well done. Well done. So, thank you so much, Pickpocket. Yes. JP Puck is here. It's hello, JP Puck. And you say, Daisuke, I just wanted to say how much I have appreciated and thoroughly enjoyed your work over the past few years. I'll be watching Twin Peaks as you go through the series. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. It's nice to thank you. Well done. Oh, thank you. Yes, JP Puck, thank you. You're very kind. Wow. Gray 1951 Media Channel, another friend, another great channel. Oh, it's nice to see you. Gray 1951 Media Channel, such an expert in cinema, in areas of cinema, so much more expert and watching more films than I've seen. So another great place to check out. Well, thank you so much. Let's see. Clinically Abrasive says, this community is the best, one of the few YouTuber channels where I always feel happy staying around. Well, thank you so much. That's very kind of you. You know, um, like, I consider myself very lucky, very, very lucky to be able to meet people like you. Really, really, you know, I remember back in the day, in the early days, when I started the YouTube channel, and I'd get sometimes I get comments that were somewhat demeaning. You know, your glasses look stupid or something like that, and I actually I remember getting the comments early on when I first started. Your glasses are, why do you wear such stupid glasses or something, and I remember receiving that comment. I thought this is a moment of truth for me, because I have very thin skin, and so if I get a comment making fun of my appearance, I kind of like, oh, that's oh, I feel kind of sad. I do feel that way, um but also I thought, at the end of the day, I thought, right, you know what is that? I thought, what the heck? Why should I care? My feeling bad, I feel a little bit bad, I feel a little bit sad, but that feeling of sadness is totally minuscule when it comes to how much I feel when I wear these glasses, because as I say, they remind me of how much I love George Romero's works. And that's what I thought. The amount of feeling of sadness that I have is so small in comparison to the amount of happiness I feel whenever I think of George A. Romero's works in like Dawn of the Dead and how I felt as a kid when I saw Dawn of the Dead. And that, in a little way, is something I'm reminded of when I put these glasses on. So that's what I thought. And then from then on, it was like, oh well, oh well. So you know, all right. I'll wear these kind of goofy, oversized looking glasses, but actually, I like them very much. So anyway, and I think yeah, that I've gotten a number of comments later asking me, "Oh, what are those glasses? Those are really interesting." I really like these glasses, by the way. I think they're they cut. I must admit, when I first put them on, I was like, "Oh my gosh, can I really get away with this?" I don't know, but just at some point, I can't think of any other pair of glasses to do. Especially when I talk about the YouTube channel. So again, what do I bring that up? So yeah, so that's an example. And then after that, people were so encouraging, like, "Oh, those glasses are cool. Wow, I want to let me know what those pairs are." So that was an example of where, I was so fortunate uh, to meet people who are very encouraging, and then also even early on when you got kind of the mean comments. Even the mean comments are an opportunity to reconfirm your love of something. If you can, at the end of the day, with a mean comment, still hold your head up high and think, I still love this. I think that's a good test of whether or not you really love something. And so, if ever someone makes fun of you because of your expression of a love of a certain film or something, take that as an opportunity, my dear friends, and think to yourself, hey, you know what? Do I love this film enough to be able to withstand such a comment, withstand such a sling and arrow? If at the end answer, if the answer to that question for you is yes, then you're in a good space indeed. So that's how I thought about it. It was a great lesson for me. And so this YouTube channel not only is a great opportunity for me to meet people like you, but also it's a great learning experience. I have to learn to be stronger. I have to learn to try to deal with these criticisms every day, because people are going to criticize me regardless of whether the internet exists or not. Uh, so, uh, but it's nice to have that at least out in the open. People say the internet is this kind of toxic place, and perhaps it is. But also another way of looking at it is that the internet simply makes viewable those thoughts that maybe people would have had anyway. So without the internet, I wouldn't know that people would think very negatively. But now with the internet, there's the opportunity to not just know that, but also to deal with that. And I think that's a good way to try to deal with those sorts of things. So that's my way of saying too that the YouTube channel has been such a great learning experience for me in more ways than one. So thank you. All right, Jonathan Reed is here. Hello, it's nice to see you. It's nice. The Star Wars Kid 123. It's nice to see you. You're saying you're going to show your wife Twin Peaks for the first time. That's great. Thank you. Thank you. Scarred God is here. Thank you so much. Anonymous Fowler, I skipped over your comment, chat. I apologize. Chronologic says October 11th for the Criterion flash sale. If that's the case, thank you again. I don't know. I'm not sure. So you're telling me this news. So if it's true, thank you so much for this. So October 11th for Criterion flash sale. Thank you. Wallow Weem is here. It's yes, interesting. Talking about David Lynch and Return of the Jedi. Could you imagine David Lynch doing a Return of the Jedi? I'd love to see that. I'd love to see. Um, Gosh. Um, oh my goodness. Could you imagine that discussion? You know, um, Jabba the Hutt and Luke Skywalker talking, and like the double R or something. Oh my goodness, that would be amazing. Gosh. Yeah, and then Jabba the Hutt would be, oh gosh, there's so many possibilities. But in any event, yeah. Um, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? I was just thinking of the Return of the Jedi. I love that film too, Return of the Jedi. I really do. I love Star Wars. That's another film set that I've never spoken about directly, but Star Wars. Um, yeah, don't get me started on Star Wars. But anyway, it's really, yes. Thank you. Okay. Scrolling down here. I have to leave in a few minutes. Um, Andrew Plant Gollum is here. Hello, it's nice to see you. You say you ordered the Blu-ray set on Amazon. Well done. Mark Sabring is here. You can buy more Criterions. Yes, thank you so much. Fallen X Dis 100 is here. Nice, thank you. Why is your comment not showing up? I don't know why. That's fine. Okay. Discord. I don't have a Discord. I don't know Discord. I know Discord, but I don't have a Discord account or anything. So, um, Saint Mark is here. Sorry, I'm not skipping over a number of comments. Thank you. Saint Mark. Denny's A is here. Hello. Hunter is here. Hello. Perfect Tommy is here. Hello. Yes. Um, right. Um, George Romero glasses. Thank you. Thank you. Saint Mark is so kind. I think you look cool with those glasses. Andrew Plank Gollum asks, "Aren't those glasses a Japanese style?" Actually, no. These glasses are from a European company. So, in fact, in Japan, I don't see these size glasses a lot or at all. In fact, so uh, so that's the situation here. But uh, what was I going to say? Yeah, it's again George Romero. George Romero. Oh my goodness, Dawn of the Dead. Uh, that's another dream to be able to talk about Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead. Oh my goodness. Yes. One of my favorite lines in Day of the Dead. You've given me a mouthful of Greek salad. Oh my goodness, Rhodes. Oh, one of these days I'd love to talk. Oh my goodness. Oh gosh. Yes. All right. I have to check myself. Okay. Trash Boat is here. Nice to see you. Let's see. Inframagine is here. Hello, it's nice to see you. Don't worry, Daisuke. In a moment of irony, the person who made fun of your cool glasses was probably later torn apart by zombies while shopping. Okay, yeah, or I don't know. Yeah, it's so thank you so much. um, St. Mark says, I have a small collection of big frame glasses. Oh, cool. What kinds do you have, by the way? I would love to. I have like the sunglasses version of this type of model. It's slightly different material as well. But yeah, thank you so much. There's actually one video on YouTube on my channel where I don't wear the glasses. I'm glassesless on one video. Can you find it? Can you find the video where I don't have the glasses? It's kind of there's one, yeah, because at the time I was shooting a video, I was making a video in a place other than my house, and I'd forgotten my glasses because wear a number of glasses when I go outside or something like that. So I'd worn another pair, but I didn't wear them. And I just thought I don't want to wear this pair because it doesn't feel right, and so I just went glassesless, and it felt kind of weird. But try to find the video. To see if you can know which video I'm talking about. So, how many videos do I have on the YouTube channel? It's like 800 or so. So anyway, um, there's one. There's one where I have I don't wear these glasses. So try to find that one. And Pedro is very kind. You say I probably wouldn't recognize you without the glasses. They look great on you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Chronologic saying I just showed my daughter the Star Wars films. It was magical. Yes. Hunter with another super chat here. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, wow. So you're so kind. Have a good day, Daisuke. I'll be watching Korea's Like Father, Like Son this weekend. Wow. Yes. Oh, that's a great one. That's such a great. You've got a Hunter. Drop a comment somewhere on any video. Let me know how you feel about that film after you've seen it. I would love to hear your thoughts. Yeah. Yes. Well done. Yes, Ashton Anderson is here. Hello, it's so nice to see you. Yes. Um, and so yeah, there's some talk about the possibility of a Romero series. So we'll see what happens too. I unfortunately I missed out on those. I think now like out of print and super expensive. What is it? Shout Scream Factory releases of Monkey Shines and The Dark Half, but I have the what is it? The UK releases. So I wish I could have gotten those titles when they were released, Shout Stream, several years ago. But oh well, such is life, I suppose. But let's see. SJ Emiola is here. Great to be here. There's just spent $150. The Kino sales. Oh yes, of course, the Kino sale. It was what, in September, right? I don't know if it's still going on. Oh, I'm so glad. Well, you got to let me know what you got as well. I might have to leave in a few minutes, so I can't stick around. But if you want to let me know in a comment in a separate video, let me know anytime. Um, all right. So Pedro E says we need a quotes only video. It's a really good idea. Oh gosh, yes, I'd love to talk about Creepshow. Talk about a film that scared me to no end when I was a kid. I love that so much. Anyway, what a great idea. All right, it's 11 a.m. where I am, so I have to go now. So thank you so much, my dear friends, for sticking around, and I will make a kind of formal announcement later. And Oh, you mentioned Martin. Oh, yes, the reason why I have Martin on my shelf here is I've been recently revisiting Martin. This is the Japanese Blu-ray of Martin. It's really cool. Anyway, so yes, so and then I think I have one, Diary of the Dead here. Okay, so thank you, my dear friends, and so Monkey Shines. Yes, Seth Walsh Monkey. Yes, so. Very fascinating stuff indeed. So anyway, and chronologic, yes, interesting. Yes, Night Riders as well. Thank you so. Creep Show live stream. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Uh, you know. Uh, how should I put it? How should I put it? I don't know when it could happen. Don't hold your breath regarding a Creep Show live stream. Don't hold your breath, but at the same time, let me say, I can hold my breath for a long time. All right, let's just put it that way. All right, so anyway, thank you so much. I'll see you at the next one, and have a great weekend, my dear friends. Thank you, and take care. Thank you. Cheers. Creep Show. Oh gosh, Dawn of the Dead, talking about all the strategy. Oh gosh, what? Oh gosh, I can't get this out of my head. So, oh wait, one last comment. Dad says never commented before, but I wanted to say I love your channel and watch almost all your videos. Thank you, Dad. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Have a great weekend, Dad. Have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll talk to you at the next one. So, cheers, my dear friends. Cheers.